GG24 is a core workout with 3 main goals. We are doing advanced abs training, all planes of motion, but don't forget, we do get into the glutes and hammies a lot too. We're gonna bulletproof your spine, particularly the lumbar spine section, all right? We're also gonna build next level stamina and endurance. This really rounds out the upper and lower body workouts earlier in the week. You'll be done in 20 minutes, but first, I gotta show you what to do. Hanging glute ham walkout marches. Now I'll show you a little bit of a way to spice it up, but first we get locked down, ribs, shoulders down, glutes clenched, and then really almost kind of recline yourself a bit. Lock yourself down. I'm gonna do an exhale, inhale back, both legs. So I march with the bent knee position, then I walk out to the straight-legged position, and then I do the same thing, but now legs are straight. Really smoking the glutes and hamstrings, obviously whole backside's active. Walk it back. Now, I can increase the challenge by adding a row in each component. Such a great way to warm up everything in the body here. Get such great posterior chain work, okay? I could have rowed first, or I could row now, and then I walk it back slowly and repeat for time, okay? Have some fun. Great way to start the workout. Rest, pause as needed. But look, we're getting ready for one hell of a push here. All right, baby, this is a little bit of a setup, but it's worth it. You don't have to use the ball, but you need a high enough box bench so you get into this kind of L sit position with the legs straight. So this is gonna bias us in a way in which we can get the positioning with the lower body, but we don't have to actually use our hip flexors to keep us here, but we're working on the mobility aspect, but we're really trying to work on your scapula here. The depression component, pushing down that low trap and also posterior shoulder. So I got my wedgies ready to extend the range of motion. I got a deep shrug. I'm gonna come through, hold for a count or two, lower to dead stop. Get a good stretch here, but we're dead stop. So we're building raw strength from the bottom here. Okay, now I'm elevating the fingers to increase the stretch at the wrist. You could go like this if you have wrist issues, but still want to get the extended motion, and you can elevate the heel of the hand to make it easier. Get up as high as you can. So I could stop there, or I could go right there, all right? If you do it right, you get an insane, not only the whole scapular girdle rib cage area here, but you get insane contraction in your abdominals. So really push all the way through for it. And again, the elevation aspect here, eventually, you know, the goal is, I don't even know if I can do it now. Should I do it? Should I risk destroying this whole video right now? But the goal is we be able to do this. Okay, but now it's tough, right? But this gives us kind of a way to bridge the gap, a nice little stepping stone exercise, and it also won't require such insane contractions here. Just doing that, by the way, just like I just showed, it cramps up the quads a little bit because of the intensity. So, but we'll get there. This is how we will get there progressively. Now that we're warmed up, we're going into a dip, pull-up, superset sequence, really designed to get after the abs and the hip flexors. So start with a very light ball on this, okay? I'm going with a 10 just to show it. And even a 2-pound ball, I like the Dynamax ball that you can squeeze, and I'll talk about modifications next. What we're doing here is we get in, we're gonna squeeze the ball between the legs. Any grip you want, okay? I'm going to lock down. First do a shrug, so get all the way stretched out. Pull back as far as you can. Return, then do a leg raise, get up as high as you can, knees above hip level. Exhale up, inhale down on all of these, and then a pull up. And I'm gonna repeat that sequence for time. Now, can't do the whole thing, do whatever parts of it that you can. Meaning, can you do the shrug? Just do the shrug. Can you do the shrug and the leg raise? Do those two. If you can't do the pull up, skip it. Okay, so you got, or just hold. You can also just hold for time with the ball between the legs. Now that's the pull up version of it. The dipper, we get here. You may have to widen the bars out a bit more than usual to make space for the ball in your legs to come through on the leg raise. All right, but make sure every time you go wider, you've got to be more active with downward pressure so it doesn't tip on you. But same concept here, I get locked in. Inhale down, get that good deep stretch, push up, bring the ball, and almost kind of sit back into it. And then, and repeat for time. Now, the one thing to note, when you're doing the dip, even with the tall bars here, try to get it as close to your crotch as possible. because it's gonna touch the ground and it might not get as deep of a dip as you're used to, but that's also fine because, again, it's a real core exercise. So you're still getting pretty low there, but just a note. So such a good pairing, heavy hip flexor, also amazing for the shoulder girdle. So now we're going back to that pull-up dip superset. We're getting rid of the ball, so now everything's fired up with the strength, weighted version of that. We go body weight only, and now we separate the legs to work in balances between sides. So the reverse squat aspect, and I want you to think about this like it's a squat. We're working the antagonist muscles that actually pull you down into the bottom of a squat with your feet on the floor, and we're working them now against gravity. So I get locked in here, pull the shoulders down and back, legs are separated, pull up, and again, make sure they're as level as possible. You should have the knees level, toes to the shin, nothing out like this, lower in control. Okay, so they're separated, more instability, more imbalancing between sides work. I can also flex hang it to make it more challenging. Take your time to hold it and really just, when you're there too, okay, note to be here, just actively pull and really get things going. Same concept on the dip, push all the way through, enough space with the bars. And we're exhaling up, inhaling down on these. Such a good workout. And again, by working these shin and hip flexor muscles, we'll be more active in pulling ourselves down into the bottom of a squat, okay? So it really does translate into improving squat performance. Next superset, it's a reverse squat iso with leg drop. So one leg always stays up and we're alternating sides. Same thing we just worked on here, but inhale it down, bring it right back. All right, going to the dip, same concept. Start up, and again, try to really sit back. So you could get here or you could get here. And when you're there, try to work on the separation. Down leg glute, top leg hip flexor. You can pulse a little bit too, just help make the adjustments. Okay, just really, smoking. You're gonna be dead today. All right, final dip, pull-up superset. I have to face this way to show this. You hit a pull-up and then a dip, and then you do running, all right? So you're actually now adding speed of movement, like a climber, but again, in a vertical suspended environment. So I'm gonna get here, any grip you want. Obviously, easiest grip is underhand or here. This will be a little more challenging, but you pack down, all right? I'm gonna do a pull-up, inhale down, and then I go into some runners. Now I could do a 4-4 rhythmic breathing, 4 inhale, 4 exhale, and then go right into my next sequence, or just, you can just flow on time. All right, keep those legs at 90 degrees. Same thing on the dipper, and you can kind of sync it up where you could actually kind of, I mean, you'll figure it out. Like, I don't have to tell you everything, do I? Come on, biscuits. All right, here we go. I'm locked in, so I do a dip. I'm like Uncle Dan, I got the magic legs. Our wall walk-up journey continues, getting ready to get more inverted in our handstand training. So here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna add shoulder taps at the top, and pay attention to what I do with my feet. Once I make contact with the wall and I get closer to the top, I'm gonna widen my feet out a bit to give me more of a base of support, a wider base of support to do the transfer with the arm. And again, we can modify with the feet on a box or bench like we've shown in past months of the program. So I get locked in, okay? I'm gonna try to get really good, beautiful body, okay? Walk it up, okay? Widen out a bit, lock down, touch, back, touch, back, and then I bring it back down in control. Now here, if I wanted to, I could add a tap or a push-up before walking back up. That'll really increase the intensity though. So first try to do this without that. It doesn't seem like a lot of extra to do, even if you're like, oh, I can do that, no problem. It makes a big difference. It'll really make the vertical portion of this super challenging, okay? So do the best you can to control it out. Modify off the box bench. step if needed, okay? And rest pause as needed. Breathing wise, you can kind of do a mix between inhale and exhale each step, or you could focus on smoothly exhaling up and inhaling back. Just have a strategy so you're not holding your breath. And again, don't take your time there, okay? Widen the feet out. You got to transfer one arm at a time. Very challenging, but you know, arguably one of the best shoulder exercises out there. Prepare yourself for Uncle Baby Biscuits' official pre-sex warm-up. 3 reps, that's all you need, and you're guaranteed to go balls deep. It's also a great way to work the entire backside of the body and finish off an amazing core workout. So I've got the slant board set up for a better push-off angle. You can also just do this feet on the floor. I'm combining a hip extension plus a spinal extension, and I'm going really slow and controlled. So extend the hips, and then pack those shoulders down and back, and try to get the head on the ground. Squeeze it out. Inhale it back. So I'm pulling, arms are straight, full extension, come back, and bring it right back. Man, this is as full body as it gets, okay? And it will really, no, it's not, let her come here. Molly, come here. Tell them how lucky you are to be with Fitness Man. Why? Why do we do this to ourselves? We have jobs, families, hopefully, other things going on in life. Why would we push ourselves to this level? Life doesn't have to be this hard. No, it does. If you don't create challenge in your life, you will become a soft, useless individual, okay? Respect our ancestors. They did much harder things than we did. They lived much harder lives, and we've lost respect for that because our lives are so easy. They're so convenient. We cry, we complain with easy challenges. No, no, no. Embrace the challenge and understand this desensitizes you to the challenges outside of the gym. Use your training to mentally prepare for what's coming your way. There's a lot of bullshit coming your way. There's a lot of hatred, negativity, cynicism. Okay, I missed one of those fingers, but you know what I'm talking about. This is the longest outro we've had yet. All right, it is 120 degrees out here in the desert today. Been filming nonstop, but I want to let you know, if you feel challenged this month, good. We are really trying to get to the next level here. Make your post-workout report in the comments section below. You're done in 20 minutes. Focus on what you can do, not what you can't. Work on what you struggle with on your off days and bridge the gap between who you are now and who you want to be in the future. Love you guys. Peace.
Go. Halfway.
Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway.
Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest.